Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's well. You must be sick of the sight of my bedroom. But once again, this is the only place I can film at the moment. You will probably hear some background builder noise, for which I apologise. More on that, an update on that shortly. But yes, this is where we are. I thought we'd just have a little, not quite a spend the morning with me, but we are off for a weekend away in Dorchester this afternoon. And I'm doing a little bit of packing, I'm doing a little bit of organising, I've got some things to show you, I've got some things to chat to you about, and I thought we'd just spend a little bit of time together this morning. I hope everybody's well. It's Friday today, I think I've said that already, maybe I haven't, and it has been a week. It has definitely been a week. Yesterday was hard work. We'll come back to that. First of all, I want to talk about bras. We've talked about bras quite a lot over the years on this channel, haven't we? I feel like the quest for the perfect bra is one that we are all on a never-ending basis, particularly as we get older. I think it's something that we all sort of, is it the golden nugget or the golden egg? What do I want to say? The golden nugget's a casino, isn't it? I think I mean the golden egg. It's the crate at the end of the rainbow or whatever. Apparently I don't have any words in me today. Apparently I am wordless. So I now want to say the goose that laid the golden egg. I think I'm just going to be editing all this out. Anyway, the perfect bra is difficult to come by, let's say. So I have been sent some bras by a brand called Comfelie, who have some big claims. Their mission statement is to provide wire-free, seamless bras that prioritise women's well-being. Now that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And I have some bras here to show you today from them. And I've got to say, they are super comfy. It's a little bit like wearing a cloud. They are very comfortable. The sort of USP of their bras is that they have 43% of spandex in them, which is the American word for lycra, elastane. So an average bra, for comparison, has, the industry standard is about 15%, so 43% makes them super stretchy and super mouldable. So the idea of this is it gives you maximum comfort with gentle support and a pressure-free fit, which is one of those things that I always struggle with, pressure from bras. I'm an underwire bra girly. Unfortunately, I have to be because I just need that uplift with a very heavy bust. So I have naturally been an underwired bra girl all my life, but I know there's a lot of my ladies out there who won't entertain an underwire bra. So this definitely may be of interest to you. But yeah, this gives maximum comfort, gentle support, and a pressure-free all-day wear. I know that I have had occasions where I've tried bras that have given me actual bruising from the underwires on my side when I take them off at the end of the day. You definitely won't be getting any of that from these. The other thing that I find with a lot of bras is that they dig into my shoulders. Again, take a bra off at the end of the day and I've got these horrible marks. These straps are honestly like wearing clouds. You wouldn't know you had straps on your shoulders from these bras. They are just so good. They've got a special custom 3D moulded cup, so you've got a bit of shaping and moulding in there, which you can see there, which is great. And they've also got this rather clever, let me show you which way it is. You can see it more easily on this one. Can you see this sort of textured stuff here? It's like a jelly sort of fabric inside, and that helps with the support. It clings on and stops it slipping, so it gives plenty of support. You've also got higher side wings, which help to hold everything in again and offer that extra support and comfort. Now, this is my favourite. This is the, just let me check the actual name, it's the Airlight Breathable Scalloped Edge Bra. This is so comfortable. It's got adjustable straps at the back and the fabric is so soft. I have done the all-day wear test with all three of these and I can attest to the fact that they are extremely comfortable. Also, which is really useful, all the bras come with an extra little, if you need extra room in the back, they come with an extra, I don't know what this is called, hook attachment? We're going to call it a hook attachment, but that's really useful. Secondly, we have the Zero Gravity Sculpt Wireless Bra. This is the one that has the sort of jelly fabric in, which doesn't move all day. Sometimes you get part way through the day and you're having to sort of hoik everything up. This one I found very much not having to do that because of this jelly support system around the edge. And again, really, really comfy. These wide straps are so comfy, and I cannot overstress the softness. It's softer than any bra I've ever, or all three of these are softer than any bra I've ever picked up. Finally, we have this one. I should say that they all come in a variety of colours. So you can choose your colours according to your preferences. This is the Zero Gravity Sculpt Mesh Plunge Bra, and this one has just got a little bit of mesh detailing on the edge there. Just to add as well that Comfelie bras are Okotex Standard 100 certified. All fabrics are certified safe for long-term wear, free from harmful substances and gentle on the skin. If you are interested in trying Comfelie bras, I do have a discount code for 18% off. I'll pop that across the screen now, and I'll also put a note of that in the description box. I'll also put links to all three of these bras and to the website so you can check it out for yourself if you are interested. And thank you to Comfelie for sponsoring this part of today's video. I looked at myself in the little camera screen and I thought, I will actually move my trainers off there. And I thought, Caroline, you really ought to clear up that mess behind you before you press record. And you know what? I simply did not have it in me. Actually, I couldn't be bothered. Let's be perfectly honest, I could not be bothered. Let me give you a little update on the kitchen progress. We are currently, as I sit here and film this, on day 5 of week 3. So 3 weeks in to the kitchen refurbishment. I don't know if you can hear the drilling or not, but let's just take yesterday as an example of this week, shall we? What happened yesterday? Yesterday's disasters were in order. First of all, the cooker hood that we had purchased it's meant to be an in-ceiling cooker hood, so it goes right into the ceiling. Had to be thoroughly redesigned. The fitting of it had to be thoroughly redesigned because it didn't really go into the ceiling. The second issue was that the hob is going on the kitchen island, and obviously the extractor hood, the cooker hood, is going above that. And we realised that where the extractor hood is meant to go into the ceiling was where the new RSJ is, the steel beam, because we had to put that in because we knocked the wall down and it was a supporting wall. And you cannot fit an in-ceiling cooker hood into a steel beam. So that was fun. So we had to redesign the kitchen island, which all of this is not easy when the actual kitchen and all the stuff is sitting downstairs. We're still at the building stage at the moment. Subsequent to that, the builder came to see me and said, Caroline, we need to talk about the floor. The floor, because the floor is, half of it is block and beam and half of it's concrete, right? Because we're amalgamating part of one room into what was previously the kitchen. And I don't know why I'm laughing, this was not funny at the time. And the idea was that obviously we would just tile the floor. That was the original. We thought we'd probably have to level it a little bit, but we thought that the tiles would go on after it had been levelled. Unfortunately, the levels are so disparate that we now have to... I don't know why I'm laughing. We had the choice between mucking about with latex to try and even the floor out, which wasn't necessarily going to be successful, was going to be quite time consuming, and not necessarily come out with the best result, or drilling out the concrete floor and relaying it. And I said to the builder, also, to make matters worse, Ashley was at a conference all day yesterday and uncontactable, and a decision had to be made yesterday because it was that at that point needed to be decided on, because the floor had to be done before anything else if if we were going to dig it out. And I said to the builder, what would you do? He said, I think I'd dig it out. And my next question was, how much more is that going to cost, and how much is it going to put back all the rest of the work? How much delay is it going to be? And neither answer. Actually, the how much more is it going to cost was fine, because we got a quote for the job, but not day work. So the builder's footing that, so to speak, because the job's the job, isn't it? But in terms of time, it's definitely going to put things back. And then, of course, on top of that, you've got the issue of basically they're using those drills that the men use to dig up the roads, you know, when you go past building works on the road works and then dig it up. They got 2 of those going all day yesterday, because we're having the floor dug up, going all the time to dig up the concrete floor. So there's that, and the dust, I cannot tell you, the dust. I know I sound over dramatic here, but honestly, the dust. Anyway, I said, if that's what you do now, I am going to make the decision then that we're going to do that. And then, of course, I was mildly worried that Ashley wouldn't have agreed with me. Spoiler alert, he did, so that was good. But that's quite a big decision to take on your own. So we've gone with the digging up of the floor, and the noise has been horrific ever since. We're about a quarter of the way into that, I think. Luckily, we're going away for the weekend. I may already have said that. Today we're going to Dorchester. We're leaving at lunchtime. It's currently, got my watch on upside down. That's just a measure of how this week is going. It's currently 9:20 in the morning. And yeah, the noise and the dust is unbearable. I think the builders are working tomorrow as well. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. So, decision made. They started drilling up the floor. The noise and the dust were unbearable, but it is what it is. It's got to be done. It's costing us a lot of money. It might as well be perfect and done to the best of their ability than try and bodge it and, you know, for the sake of a couple of weeks or whatever. As I said, a couple of weeks, my little heart sank a bit more. So they started on drilling the floor yesterday, just after lunch this was, and I'm sitting in my office trying to do some work with all this horrendous noise, and then I hear this big commotion. The builders shout. They don't often shout at each other. It's father and son, and they get on really well, and I heard all this shouting, and I thought, oh God, what's going on now? And I didn't dare look out the window. Anyway, the doorbell then rings, and it's the builder's son, saying, Caroline, where's your water main? And they've only drilled into the floor through the water main in the floor. Again, I don't know why I'm laughing, in the kitchen, and there's water just fountaining up all over the building site and the kitchen. And luckily, I knew where the water main turned off out in the road, so we were able to go and do that. And luckily, I was going out for the rest of the afternoon. So I went and did that, and by the time I'd got back, they had repaired the water main leak. But again, another delay, you know, all causes delays, doesn't it, all these things. And I really felt for the builder yesterday. As much as it was a shit day for us, it was an even shitter day for him. So, yeah. Anyway, apart from all of that, the building work's going well, if incredibly slow. I think we're probably going to be, I don't even want to guess at a time frame now, but it's going to be weeks and weeks more. But it's okay. It's all okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. As for how we're coping without the kitchen, it's okay. It's just like being on a bit of a really shit long camping trip, to be honest. You never quite know where anything you need is, and if you want to make a cup of tea, you can guarantee that all the mugs are outside in the kitchen, out the back, and you're trying to make cups of teas for the builders in the house, and it's just a whole thing. And the sooner it's over, the better for my sanity and for everything else, really. So that is the building update. You know, when you're trying to do several things at once, that's how I feel today. I'm trying to tidy up my bedroom, trying to pack to go away for the weekend, and I'm trying to edit a video as well. Not work. None of it's going well. I don't know why I do it, really. Hang on, I'll be back. I don't know why I do it, because I'm much better at monotasking, getting one thing done and moving on to the next. Anyway, My outfit for tomorrow night, I think, or tonight, I'm not sure which, in fact probably tomorrow night, is these black sort of ankle length trousers. I think these are Halara, are they? Yes, they're Halara. Quite nice, heavy but stretchy trousers, but they're quite holdy-inny as well, which is nice. So I'm going to wear those with this pink Shein V-neck top. I love this, and several people have said to me how much this colour suits me when I've worn this top. So I'm going to go with that one. Now the weather is due to be very inclement this weekend, generally speaking, but we're going to be inside for this evening, and I can't decide whether to take these shoes to go with that, which match the top perfectly. Kitten heels are very in at the moment, aren't they? So there's those. Or my pink cowboy boots, which are more casual, obviously. I cannot decide which I want to wear. Feeling like maybe these, as it's an evening thing. But I do like the cowboy boots. Very undecided. Let me try one of those on and see how comfy it is, and if I want to wear it for a whole evening. I probably do. Yeah, that's fine to wear for a whole evening. I'm pretty sure it's got a nice padded insole. So, yeah. I think I'm going to go with these. I think that's my plan. Then for the second evening, whether that's tonight or tomorrow, again, I haven't decided. I'm going with this dress, which is a Shein dress from last winter, which is really a little bit too big for me because it's a boho style. You can kind of get away with it. So that's that one. Let me just fold that. And I'm going to go with these TikTok shop boots. I had these in cream last year. I might have mentioned these. And I've just purchased them. I lived and died in them last year. And I've just purchased them in black and tan as well. So I'm going to go with black and then some type of black cardigan or jacket over the top. Because we will have to walk a little bit this evening to where we're going. So, yeah. Just realised that my new Marks and Spencer jacket is the exact right thing to go over that dress. So that's what I'm going to take with me. And for the observant amongst you who have noticed that I've changed my glasses, yes, I went to look for a black jacket. The doorbell rang. I ran downstairs to answer it. It was the builders wanting to come into the house to measure up the cooker hood again. At some point during that, I've obviously taken off my other glasses, can't find them, and now have different glasses on. This is why I have 20 pairs of glasses at different places around the house. Otherwise, I'd literally just spend my life looking for glasses. Right, I better cut the label off that, didn't I? Because it's going to be the first time I've worn it. Right. Actually, while we're looking at things, while I've got you on the big camera, let me just angle you down a little bit. Do you like my new jumper? I got this in the charity shop. It's a charity shop buy. It's one of these high-low type jumpers, so quite a chunky knit. And just goes to show you should always look at all the sizes in the charity shop, because this was on, there's no size given in the labels. It was brand new with tags for a start, but there was no size. I assume it's one of those one size type things. And they had it labelled as a size 12 with all the other size 12s in the charity shop. And with the best will in the world, I am not a size 12. I am not, I know you're surprised by that, but I'm not a size 12. Not even on a good day with the wind behind me. Nowhere near. Anyway, I bought it, and look, it's lovely, isn't it? It's oversized, which is my favourite thing. I love the fact the sleeves are quite narrow, so I can roll them up as well into and wear them 3/4. It's just a nice sloppy. I like the colour as well, fuchsia pink. It's very cheery, isn't it? We need some cheeriness in our lives on these grey days. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. For £7.99, which is what I paid for it, for a brand new with tags jumper. Right, I've got some, let's unpack that box. I've got quite an exciting box to unpack that I haven't thoroughly looked at yet, so we'll do that together now. Right, this box, oh, it's heavy, was sent to me by, if any of you watch Michaela McDade, who used to be Miss Budget Beauty, I have watched her for over a decade on YouTube. I very much enjoy her content. And a couple of years ago, she started a small business called Smoke and Matches with her friend Karen, where they sell candles and home scent products. Well, anyone who's watched me for any amount of time knows I am a candle addict. I am a candle fiend. And you may remember I showed you a mystery box from their brand Smoke and Matches, beginning of this year, maybe it was. I then placed another order recently for a couple of their autumnal candles, and they were so nice, particularly the Black Cherry Falls, that I messaged Michaela on Instagram and said how wonderful they were and how impressed I was with them. I didn't just message her out of the blue. We do sort of message each other back and forth a little bit, and have done over the years, sort of know who each other are type of thing. Anyway, she subsequently asked me if I would like to try some of their recently launched Christmas stock, and I said, oh yes, I'd absolutely love to, and I've got no obligation to post about this at all, but I thought you might be interested to see it. It was sent to me, obviously free of charge, but as I said, no obligation on me to post. I just wanted to share it really, because it smelled. I've opened the box and I've taken everything out, and so the stuff's on the top, the packaging's at the bottom, but I haven't, and the smell, I can't tell you, it smelled like Christmas in a box when I opened it up. So I thought I'd do the actual unboxing with you. So the first one, is, which I'm sure is a candle because it's very heavy, is Christmas Town. This is orange, cinnamon, woods, clove and musk. Let me get the box open there. Oh, I love the glass jar. It's a really thick glass jar. It's delicious. It's really, really lovely. I wish you had smell-o-vision. I wish I could just hold that up so you could smell it. I really like the label as well with the gold writing on. Made from coconut soy wax for anyone who's interested, and it's got a 60-hour burn. Oh, that is delightful. I think if I leave that there, the whole room is going to smell of that shortly. That's really, really nice. Next we have Elm Street, presumably as in Nightmare On. This one says it is moss, amber, smoke, damp woods and vanilla. That's quite interesting. That's not something that I would necessarily pick myself, those fragrance notes, but let's see what it's like. Oh, that is I can definitely smell the smoke in there. That reminds me of a perfume that I've tried recently. Is it one down here? By the Fireplace, Replica. They've both got that smoky note on that one. The perfume's slightly more boozy. That is really similar. If you know that perfume, By the Fireplace, the Maison Margiela Replica perfume, that is so similar to it. It's got that real smoky scent. To be honest, the smokiness is all I can smell in that, but obviously it's probably different when you burn it. That's really unusual, but if you like a really strong smoky candle, that is going to be right up your alley, I would think. Obviously, I'll let you know as I burn them if the scents change or are any different or anything. Right, this one, much more up my street, I would say this one. It's Winter Zest, and that says cranberry, mandarin, clementine and plum. Oh. Again, it's that lovely heavy jar. And look at that, orange and gold. I really like the sort of minimalist style of their labels. That is lovely. Oh yes, very Christmassy. Very much up my street, that one. Fresh and fruity and citrusy and really, really lovely. I like it a lot. Next we have got, I think this is a reed diffuser. Yes, reed diffuser here. This is Witching Hour. And this says patchouli, vanilla and cinnamon. I am not the world's biggest lover of patchouli as a scent, but let's see what it's like. Oh, that is very patchouli. If you like patchouli, you will love that. I'll tell you what, let's do a giveaway with this one, because that's not something I will use, because I'm not a patchouli. If you are a lover of patchouli, you will absolutely adore this. It's patchouli, vanilla and cinnamon. If you would like to win this, let me know what your favourite ever candle scent is in the comments, and I will pick a winner for this with the reads in a couple of weeks. Don't forget to let me know your favourite candle scent. Right, next we have, oh, what's in here? Little bag, this one. And it's got some tissue paper packaging. Oh, it's perfume. I knew they'd started doing perfume. Oh, that's nice. It's called Midnight. That reminds me of Jo Malone packaging. That sort of minimal black lid, geometric bottle type thing. I like that. It's very nice and minimalist. Midnight doesn't say what the fragrance notes are on that one. Let me just. Oh, hang on. I think I was meant to pull the lid off, not unscrew it. I think it's a spray. Yes, there we are. Right, let's spray that onto my other hand. Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's very nice. I'm going to look at the fragrance notes and tell you what they are. This is so nice. The longer I smell it, the more I like it. Okay, it says, introducing our first wearable fragrance, Midnight. Bold and romantic, inspired by black opium with top notes of spicy pink pepper, a floral heart, and a warm base of coffee and vanilla. Yeah, I can definitely get the pink pepper, the floral heart. I don't think we've got down to the coffee and vanilla yet, because I've only had it on my hand about a minute. But that's very, very nice indeed. Very reasonable price as well, £25 for very nice fragrance. Vegan friendly and cruelty free as well, I should probably say. Right, final item is another candle. This is Mystic Falls. This one is leather, bourbon and vervain. Now, I quite enjoy that boozy note in a candle. Not so much in a perfume, but I do like it in a candle. And I'm not sure what vervain is, so let's see what we've got here. That smells like outside. Actually, do you know what that is? It smells like a country pub. It smells like going into a country pub, that. I like it. It's very unusual, but I quite like it. It's got patchouli in it as well, and amber, it says on there. So we've got leather, bourbon. Oh, hang on. Hello, Neil.
Hello, Caroline. Caroline?
Yeah. I literally can't do anything without the builder interrupting me. Trying to film a video is not easy. Calm, Caroline, calm. Anyway, Mystic Falls, lovely. I'm going to put a link to Smoke and Matches in the description box. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing those and having me describe the smells. I don't feel like I'm very good at describing scents, but I did my best. Do go over and have a look at Smoke and Matches. They've got very unusual candles, I would say. I think my favourite was the first one, which was Christmas Town, which was the orange, cinnamon, woods, clove and musk. Delightful, absolutely delightful. Right, packing. I need to pack. I think I picked entirely the worst day I could possibly have picked, unknowingly, to film this video. I feel like I need a shot of gin in this coffee. Anyway, I'll very definitely be having an enormous glass of wine when I get to Dorchester this afternoon. I'm very much looking forward to that. Right, got some empties. We're going to do some empties, see if we can get through them without me being called or needed or anything like that again. And yes, I think then we will, we've done a bit of a roundup, haven't we? We've done bras, we've done what I'm wearing at the weekend, we've done my new charity shop. I've got some more charity shop buys to show you, so I'll probably do those in a separate video at some point soon. What else? We're going to do some empties. Yeah, we've had a bit of a chat. We've chatted about builders, haven't we? So it's all good. I've had to clear out of my eyeshadow palettes. As you may or may not know, I collect eyeshadow palettes. I am a lover of colour combinations together, and I think that's why eyeshadow palettes make my heart happy, and I'm clearing out quite a lot. Do not worry, they will get passed on to friends and family. so nothing goes to waste. But yes, there are quite a few going. I've had some new ones in this year, so it was time to get rid of some. Let's we'll do those last, and we'll talk about normal empties first. This is the Alpha H Liquid Gold, which I mentioned in a video recently. I've finished that now. I showed you some that I bought from Vinted to replace it, because that's a very nice exfoliating face product. This is just a micellar water. This is from Eclat Skin, who I'd not heard of them before. It had a very strong fragrance. It says it's got rosemary extract in it. Didn't smell of rosemary to me, but it did have a strong fragrance, so I probably wouldn't look for that one again. I prefer a micellar water with not very much fragrance. This was a hemp hand cream from Voyager. It was just okay. I don't particularly love this metal packaging. I find it very difficult. It gets all creased at the bottom. I feel like there's quite a lot of product still in there that I can't get out. And you can't cut this to get it out like you can a plastic tube. Possibly better for the environment though, who knows. This is PS. See, told you I couldn't get through without my phone ringing. Right, this is... but from Primark, it's vitamin C 10% booster serum. It was just okay, that one. It was very oily, more than a serum. It felt very oily. It was okay. I mean, I like a vitamin C product, so I'd possibly buy it again. But I wouldn't say it was in my top 5 ever vitamin C products. This Maybelline Colossal Bubble Mascara. This was sent to me. This was not great. I didn't love it, I have to say. It had a very big wand. Is that pick up or not? That should be. Anyway, yeah, it had a very big wand and it was a bit clumpy, and yeah, not my favourite, that one at all. This is the Vive Skin Dew, which is, I've only used a bit of that. It's like a liquid highlighter. I don't use a highlighter, but I sometimes like a liquid highlighty type product to mix with my foundation. But this was very, very full on and very thick. You can see that it didn't mix particularly well. It felt unpleasant on my skin, and it was really, really metallic. It wasn't just the hint of a glow, which is what I like. I think there is a danger of, I don't know how well you can see that, but there is a danger of being too glowy and glittery, isn't there? So I didn't love that one. This is a NARS blush. That's the colour. I didn't like it. It was... Can't remember why I didn't like it. Why didn't I like you? Yeah, again, it goes on sort of pink, but it's very, very gold. There's a lot of gold fleck in that, and I didn't like it. And also the packaging has gone really horrible on that. It's gone really sticky and unpleasant, so that one's going in the bin. Some perfumes. This is the Greedy Gourmand OMG. That was nice. I enjoyed that very much. It didn't last brilliantly, but I really liked it. It was fresh and fruity and nice. This was Maison Margiela Autumn Vibes. I couldn't finish that one. Look, that's still half empty. That smells of mud to me. It smells of dirty ground, and I just didn't like it at all. I couldn't even spray my cushions with it or anything. It just wasn't for me. And this is the Mancera Cherry, that was called. That was really nice, actually. Yeah, that was really nice. It's sort of an Arabic-ish leaning perfume, I would say. And it was very cherry-ish. Quite enjoyed that. And then finally, the Incredilox 20-in-1 spray, which I've raved about a lot. I really like this. But there's about that much left of it, and it's gone really gloopy. And to start with, I thought it was just this was bunged up. But the actual product itself, it's meant to come out in a spray, a sort of liquidy spray, and it's really properly thick at the end, so when you spray it you get clumps of it out, and it's no good at all. Quite annoying, down to there. And that's my second bottle of that, so I may repurchase it, but I've got a couple of products to use up first. But I don't know why I did that. The last one didn't do that, so yeah. Anyway, right, that is all of my sort of everyday empty, so to speak. And then my eyeshadow clear out. Let's do that. We have got a Wet n Wild palette, which was just okay. It was nothing special. There was quite a lot of very dark colours here. I found I needed a bit more on the light spectrum than that palette was giving me, so that one can be passed on. This is by She Glam. I had some little trios from them recently, which I really liked, and this was very nice, but it just isn't anything that's different or special enough to continue to keep, so that one will be passed on. So I haven't even taken the thing off the mirror of that. That can be passed on to someone who wants it. It's the Catrice Bold Gold. This, I don't really know why I bought this. It's some very, very, very gold, this one. There's a lot of very, some very flaky, glittery shades in it. 2 of those, which I wouldn't use anyway. These little ones down here were quite nice, these sort of shimmery pale colours, but again, quite a lot on the dark spectrum in that I didn't particularly use, and a lot of very bronzy gold colours, which I tend not to go for. This was one of my biggest disappointments. It's a Tarte palette, and it came in a pair at Christmas a few years ago, and I got them in the sale after Christmas, and I really liked the other one that came with it, but the colour story in it, so I'm just moving that mirror, it won't bend back any further than that, so I'll have to move it up to the top of the screen. Just the colours didn't really work for me, and this, I would find myself looking at it and not really enjoying it. Again, a lot with the golds, these very gold and bronze and orangey golds here and yellowy golds I don't particularly like. I like a champagne gold or a rose gold, but those very gold golds don't work on me. So yeah, and then this top row again was very dark, and the sort of mid-tone pinks don't really work on me either. So again, sadly, that's going to be passed on, but the one that came with was nice. It's a Revolution palette. It's very big. It's just very big. I liked it moderately. I think I've sort of moved on from Revolution eyeshadows in the main, in that their quality isn't as brilliant as it could be, but it's a nice neutral palette for somebody who likes neutrals. This, look at that packaging, isn't that lovely? Summer in Saint-Tropez by BH Cosmetics. I was collecting all their sort of city palettes that they made, and I've still got several of them. I really like the Love in London and the Paris one, and there's I think it's a Switzerland one, which I really enjoy, but this one, I used it a few times. It was quite fun. These are too much for me now. I quite like that turquoise as an under eye liner. But again, there just wasn't really enough going on with that to make me keep it. So that one can get passed on to someone who's more adventurous with their eyeshadow than I am now. Now this one came as a bit of a surprise to me that I wanted to let it go. It's the Morphe Jeffree Star. I think he's problematic. He's been pretty much cancelled, hasn't he? But, you know, I don't know enough about it. I don't keep up with internet gossip enough to know. But yeah, that's a nice colourful palette, and I've enjoyed using it, but again, there's a lot of colours in there now that I don't use or won't use, and it just there wasn't enough in there that I do use to make me keep it. Been very good at throwing out eyeshadow. This one I've had for years. This is another BH Cosmetics palette. It opens that way like that, and it also opens that way like that. I've used it a lot over the years, and I've enjoyed it a lot. This side more than the other side, to be honest. But it's time for it to go. And then finally, I won't even need to say anything. When you see the colours in this, you'll go, what did you get that for? It was really cheap on Vinted, and I wanted to give the brand a go. Ace Beauté. I think it's probably Beauté. Ace Beauté. Paradise Fallen is the name of the palette, but yeah, this lot down here isn't me, and a lot of this up here is not really me. That is not really me, and this reddy brown, not so much. But yeah, that was a bad buy. Right, I think that brings us to the end of this very interrupted attempt at a video. I hope it's been enough in terms of sort of bringing you up to date with where I am and what's going on. I think you might have seen my weekend away video before you'll have seen this one, which is all very confusing, isn't it? So, and at this stage I haven't been on the weekend away yet, but never mind, it is what it is. I've been saying that a lot this morning, I think. So I hope I'm in better form and being less interrupted next time I speak to you. We've got some good things coming up. We've got Temu haul, we've got some Shein clothes. I think we've got a couple of Shein videos coming up, and a video where I bought every single Instagram ad that was served to me for a week. It's going to be an interesting one. Should say I did that before I gave up Instagram recently. I hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to check out Comfelie bras as well and use my discount code, which is down there in the description box. And I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.